Hi, hello, my name is Alina and I am a certified personal trainer, and in today's video I wanted to try a little experiment. So I wanted to know more about what it's like to weigh yourself every day because I'm constantly telling people not to do that, but I wanted to see what happens if you do. So for this experiment, it's not something super fancy. All I did was every day for 1 week, I got up and after, washing my face and waking up a little bit, I weighed myself and documented what that weight was. I wanted to see what the fluctuations were like based on what I was eating, how much activity I was getting and stuff like that. And just to show that, well, I guess you'll see, but just to show that every day your weight can look different. And to go by the scale on a daily basis to determine if you've lost or gained weight is actually a really bad idea because it won't be as consistent as you'd like. So I'm gonna go show you all the footage now, you'll see it, and at the end of the video I'm going to share what I think is a better way to track progress using a scale, so still weighing yourself, but a better method than what I show you in this video. One thing I did want to add to this video is just my stats in case you found that necessary to understand the video. I have been working out and doing predominantly weight training since I started when I was 16 and then took a break and then restarted when I was 19 or 20, and I'm currently 25 and I am 5'3.5". I wish I could say I was 5'4", but I'm not. I'm 5'3.5", and my weight has been around 133 to 135 for at least the past year. It's been pretty consistently in that ballpark. So in case you found that helpful, now let's get into it. This video is going to take place over the course of the next 7 days. And what I'm going to do, because I get so many questions about weighing yourself and all of that, that I thought I would do a fun challenge. I don't know if it's going to be that fun. We'll see. I'm going to weigh myself every day at least once. I'll aim for more, but at least once in the morning for a week. And I'll talk a little bit about what I ate the day before that day and just comment on why I think the weight or the number or whatever is like that. I operate in pounds, so everything I say will be in pounds, but you can obviously figure out what that would be in whatever weight you use, like kilograms or whatever. I will usually look fairly messy in the mornings just because that's how I wake up, like right now. But we're gonna do this, and the point of this video is just to showcase how your weight can fluctuate every day and why probably weighing yourself like I'm going to do every day is not a good idea, just because it can be a lot mentally and emotionally if you're constantly doing it. So that's the game plan. So I'm going to do day 1 now and we're gonna go from there. Okay, so today is day 1 and it is Sunday, June 21st, 2020. Your weight on a day is usually going to be affected by everything you did the day before. So let me talk about what I did yesterday on Saturday, June 20th. It wasn't that great. I was very inactive, I was very tired and very sleep deprived, so I could feel my body holding on to water. I didn't work out because I was really busy all day, and I got in a walk, but it wasn't a super intense or long walk or anything like that. And I didn't eat at a deficit. So if I'm trying to lose weight, I'll eat at a deficit of, it depends. I don't want to give out numbers and make you think that those are the magic numbers or anything. But I was aiming to keep my calories around 1700 and I ended up eating around 21, I think. Yeah, 2100. So because of that, because of the inconsistent movement, I recently moved back home for a week, and just all of that, I think that my weight is going to be higher than what I'm used to seeing it, as a disclaimer, but I guess we'll see. I'm not going to guess or anything because I don't want to skew anything, but that's so far what I'm dealing with. I'm going to assume today's going to be higher than days to come. Well, at least I hope so. Who really knows? And I do plan on working out today, so we'll see how that affects it later. But yeah, I hate how this mirror has this reflection situation going on, but also yes, when you wear clothes they will kind of affect it. I just think it's negligible for the purposes of what we're doing. That's a cool starting weight. So 135. Okay, so it's still day 1, Sunday, June 21st, and Father's Day. But it's midday now, and I wanted to do an update on my weight just because I think that seeing how it can fluctuate during the day too might be helpful. So let's see what happens. Again, I hate this scale because it has a mirror, but whatever. It's fine. See, it's now a pound up. in like 3 hours. Okay, so the scale says 136 and this morning it said 135. I did not gain a pound of fat in a few hours, which is something I wanted to basically explain. So since then I've had water, I've eaten oatmeal, I've done whatever, so it changes during the day. So one thing that I always stress because of this is that you need to consistently weigh yourself at the same time every day that you plan on weighing yourself. And my favorite time to weigh myself is in the morning before I've eaten or drank anything, because in my opinion that's when it's most accurate. But yeah, that's the update. I thought this morning I would look a little more put together than yesterday, but as you can see that did not happen. But this is day 2, this video I guess of recording my weight for every day for 7 days just to see what happens. I really don't know what to expect, but let's go. As another point, I just wanted to say that part of this will also include just me talking about what I did the night before, just because I think that it should be highlighted that what you do the day before can affect your weight the day up. So what you did Saturday will affect your weight on Sunday, etc. So yesterday I did work out. I did 40 minutes of HIIT and then like 10 to 15 minutes of like normal body weight exercises that weren't very stressful at all. It was very challenging. My muscles are very sore, and I don't want to say inflamed, that's not the right word, but when your muscles are sore, sometimes they can retain water. So if you have like a really heavy lifting session the day after, you may actually go up in weight temporarily. It's not fat, but just because your muscles are holding on to some water while they recover. So I wanted to say that. Yesterday, again, I did eat basically maintenance. I didn't even bother trying to eat at a deficit because so much has been going on. And so I was around 2,000 to 2,100 calories, something like that. And I think that's it. I didn't do any extra movement or anything like that. I ate all day. I did not restrict on anything. And so yeah, I wanted to give that disclaimer before the weigh-in today. The second moment of truth. I'm kidding. It shouldn't be that dramatic. I wonder if the phone weighs anything when I do this, but if I'm holding the phone in all of them, then that's at least consistent. Okay, 133.8. Okay, 133.8. Yesterday in the morning it was 135, so that's down 1.2. I think what that means is not that I lost a pound of fat. That's definitely not what happened. What I think happened was yesterday I was holding on to more water and a little more bloated, and that went away because yesterday was more of a normal day for me. And so today my weight is now more close to what it's supposed to be. I hope that makes sense. And I will see you later for future weights. Hi, hello, and good morning. This is, what day is it? It's day 3. It is Tuesday, June 23rd. I woke up very late today, so a little recap about yesterday before we do today's weigh-in. Yesterday I did work out. It wasn't ridiculously intense. It was like 30 minutes of like moderate intensity cardio and weights and then some yoga. And I went on a walk. I kept it pretty light yesterday because I was so sore from the day before, but I still wanted to get moving because during quarantine I'm sitting all day, and so even on days that I'm not like doing like a full-on hardcore workout, I still try and move in some way just because I think it helps a lot with bloating and digestion. Generally it helps mentally and emotionally because I feel like if I'm still all day then I just don't feel my best, and also going on walks is very therapeutic in my opinion. So that's the recap. Calorically, I think yesterday I had 17 to 1800 total, something like that, which is a little less than the 2 days before. I don't know what will happen as a result. One thing I haven't mentioned when it comes to doing weigh-ins, I did tell you that I like to do my weigh-ins in the morning because I think that makes the most sense in terms of consistency. However, sometimes it still can fluctuate, and it can depend on a lot of things, like when you ate last night, did you use the bathroom in the morning and stuff like that. So I want you to keep that in mind. And this is just an experiment. I know this is the middle of the video and I'm giving this disclaimer. This is an experiment to see what happens and to just kind of show you why weighing yourself, although it is helpful, is not like perfect all the time in terms of figuring out where you are. Let's do the weigh-in. Okay. Damn, it went up to 130. Can you just decide, please? Okay, 135.2. Interesting. What I think that means is I ate very late yesterday, so I think that's also because of that. I don't think that I gained over a pound again, just like I didn't lose an entire pound of fat yesterday, I didn't gain one today. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. I genuinely think this is because I just ate very late yesterday and did not sleep well. If you don't sleep well, your body tends to also hold on to water, which can affect things too. So that's day 3. I'm very intrigued to see what happens over the next 4 days. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted and try and do more midday weigh-ins. Hello, so today is day 4. It is Wednesday, I think it's the 24th today, pretty sure. So we are now basically midway with this very small challenge. And I wanted to just say yesterday, ate normally, didn't do anything astoundingly different with my routine. Drank water all day, a normal amount of caffeine, not more than usual. And I did work out for 40 minutes, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, super intense, but it was like, okay, got my heart rate up, got some sweat going on, just moving my body. I haven't been lifting as consistently, that's very true, like with weights and stuff, because I've been doing so many home workouts and trying different exercises that are only body weight, because I want to see what I can do to help others who don't have any equipment. And we'll see if that makes a difference later on. I'm not exactly sure, but I did want to do my weigh-in today, so let's go. There's so much suspense. No one really cares. So I also figured out that if I weigh myself with the phone, it's always 0.2 more, but we can just say 134.4 for consistency. Okay, so 134.4. Yesterday, I believe it was 135, and then the day before it was 133.8. So I did have water this morning though. I will admit I wasn't thinking, and when I woke up I was so thirsty that I just drank a bunch of water, so that could also have affected it. But overall, I think that's pretty interesting that it went down again. Let's see what happens later on. Okay, so I don't like doing these very often, but I thought I would do some sort of, I don't know, a physique update because I'm tracking my weight anyway. I'm not doing this every day though. So things that I have noticed since quarantine started, I hold on to water a lot more, maybe because I'm less active, because I'm not going on as many walks or running errands and stuff like that. So I do see that my arms aren't as lean as they used to be, and they jiggle a lot, not a lot, but a little bit now. The part of my body that holds on to water is here, like my jaw here, so I see that happening, and like my lower abs, but I guess otherwise it hasn't been that different. When I hold on to water, it's just everywhere, so like everywhere from my calves to my legs to my arms, my face. So I have been dealing with that a lot, but overall I haven't noticed anything astoundingly different, just that. So I guess I'll take the win. Hi, hello. So I'm pretty sure I got yesterday's date wrong. Today is the 25th, it's Thursday. That means it's day 5 of this experiment. So I'm excited to see what happens. I really don't know. I can say yesterday I did eat more than I usually do. I did work out as well, but I did eat more than I usually do. It was just a really rough day mentally and emotionally and personally and all the leaves, and I just sat there and was like, I want mango and I want cereal and I want God knows what. So I don't know what today's weigh-in will be like. This morning I haven't eaten anything. I had some water and I used the bathroom. I had some water. I haven't eaten because I want to make this as consistent and realistic as possible. So also this little guy, he joined me on my journey, so that's really great for me. Sorry, let's just do the weigh-in. So my sock game is getting worse. I did weigh myself a little earlier to see, but the numbers are weird. 134.8. Okay. To be honest, I expected it to be higher, so I'll take it. But yeah, let's keep seeing how that progresses. I did step on the scale a little earlier just because I was curious, like before I got dressed and everything, and it said 134, so I don't really know if my phone weighs like almost a pound, or like if that, this is not a great experiment. In an ideal world, someone else would be filming me weighing myself, because then the phone weight wouldn't be accounted for, but I wasn't a science major, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna see how this progresses. Hi, hello. So I look a little cleaner than I usually do because I refreshed my hair. If you're in the curly hair community, you kind of know what that means. Day 6 of the 7 days of weighing myself every day. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. If you have enjoyed or found any of this interesting, then please consider subscribing or liking or whatever it is that you want to do, because I want to do more videos like this based on what you guys like. We should probably get into the weigh-in. So yesterday was a weird day. My closet's not up. Nothing is flattering in my room. Yesterday, I had a terrible stomachache in the middle of the day. No idea what caused it. Maybe it was from eating peaches. I don't really know. That's never happened before. And so I lay in like the fetal position for an hour. And then for dinner, because I couldn't stomach anything, I ate tortilla chips, which I usually don't eat because they're usually just not in the house. But I like tortilla chips because they're like salty crackers essentially. And so I ate tortilla chips and some protein powder, because like a glass of almond milk mixed with protein powder, because the idea of eating anything else was like nauseating. I really don't know what happened. I'm good now, all is fine, but I don't know if that'll affect it because that's more salt than I'm used to, and salt is another topic that I will cover in a video. But I mean, the the teaser is salt isn't really that bad. It's just if you constantly have high amounts of it, which I did yesterday. So I don't know what the weigh-in's gonna be like. I have no idea. Let's find out. I didn't wear socks today, and I'm kind of regretting it, low-key. Oh, I think it's the same. Oh, it's a little more. Okay. Alright, so 135.2. Honestly, I thought it would go to like 137 based on all those tortilla chips and like water retention. So I'm gonna take the win and go from there. I'll also weigh myself in a few hours because I still do feel a little bloated, so I want to see if that changes a little, but then I'll eat, so I guess it won't change that much. I don't know. This is an experiment. We'll really find out. But yeah, 135.2, and then tomorrow's the last day. Hello. So today is day 7. It's the last day. Oh, that's really sad. I will probably do this again. That was a very interesting experiment. But we're gonna do the last weigh-in for the morning, and I don't know what to expect. So a little recap about yesterday. Worked out for 40 minutes but wasn't really active otherwise. Calorie wise, it was still pretty consistent. I think I was around the 2,000 mark. It's really hard to tell because I joined my family in having Thai food for dinner. It was very yummy, but Thai food is very high in salt, and you have to always guess calories when you eat out, which is fine, I guess, to the best of my ability, but that is what it is. So let's see. I'm in all black today because it's just that kind of day. Damn, that's rude. Okay, so I went from 135 to 135.6. I will say that I just woke up and only just changed my clothes. I haven't really done anything. So I do think that's a little inaccurate because I haven't like drank water or used the bathroom, or like yesterday I didn't drink a lot of water. So I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but I just wanted to basically show you that your weight changes every day, essentially, and to go by only one day may not be your best option, which I'll explain further in the outro. But I hope you enjoyed this little experiment, and let me know if you want me to do that again. Okay, so just randomly, I wanted to do another weigh-in like a few hours after that one to see what would happen after water, using the restroom. I didn't eat technically because I just am not hungry because I ate so much Thai food, but I just wanted to see what would happen. So oh, it technically went down. Sorry. One thing I do want to highlight is that your weight changes or fluctuates a lot, and I think I've kind of proven that with this week. But even something as simple as water or not eating or eating and using the restroom and stuff like that can have like a very, I don't want to say big, but can change the number. And that's one reason why I stress, and I'm going to explain it at the end of this video, but I think that taking the average of your week's weigh-ins is way better than just doing it once a week and gauging it off that one number, because as you've seen in the past 7 days, I've seen a ton of different numbers. Okay, so I just showered, and I know I've already done today's weigh-in and I should be ending the video, but I thought I would do one more after I've worked out and after I've showered with my hair basically wet, just to see what happens, because I don't usually do this, but I'm just curious. Let's go. 135.6. Don't fully understand how that happened, because I thought it would be more because I've like eaten and my hair is wet and all of that, but So as you can see, filming yourself every day can be very misleading. So you can get a general ballpark. So my general ballpark is around 134 to 135, I would say. And that's totally fine. I already kind of knew that, so it wasn't that big of a shock. The day I got to like 133.8 though, I was like, interesting. But one thing that I wanted to say is that what's more important than this exact number is the trend of the numbers. So here's what I proposed as a better way to track your progress using the scale. So you can do what I did, which is weigh yourself every day in the morning and track that weight. So let's say you have 133, 134, 133, 133, etc. Write down the 7 numbers, and then every week, let's say on Sunday, take those 7 numbers and find the average of those numbers. So once you do that, you'll say, okay, this was my average weight for the week. And when you have that number, compare that average to next week's average. And the reason I'm saying this is because the goal is slow and steady weight loss. And to be able to see that accurately, you need to just see the trend of the numbers. Every day's fluctuation will mentally convince you that your weight actually went up by 4 pounds, like not 4.4 pounds of fat or down 0.8 pounds of fat, which isn't as accurate in my opinion. So what I would do is take the average of days 1 through 7, so add those all up, divide by 7, so let's say that number is 135. And then your average for that week was 135. And so for the following week, do the same thing, and then find the average of those numbers. So days 8 through 14, divide by 7, you have your new average. And let's say that average is 134.5. Then you'll know that your averages went down, and that is how you know you're making progress versus just comparing day by day. So I hope you try that. It is definitely more feasible and I think easier mentally. You also don't have to do it every single day. If you want to do 4 days a week, you can just say, or 3 days a week, let's say you want to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, find the average of those 3 days, so add it up, divide by 3, and then compare those averages. And I think that'll also just show you how, like a more realistic way of how weight loss really works, because you'll know that it can't be every single day that you're losing weight. So I hope you enjoyed this experiment. Let me know in the comments below if you did, or if you have other things that you want me to try. I'd be down, I think, for most of them. So let me know. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm really active on there and I love chatting with you about all of your fitness questions. So at @CoachAlina_, you can find me there. And if you could like and subscribe, that would mean a lot to me in this video. Okay? All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!